Hello, my friends, and welcome to our Torah Outreach Program, Pre-Shabbos Burst of Inspiration. In this week's Parsha, which is Parshas Ki Savo, talks about the Jewish people coming into the land of Israel and the mitzvah, the commandment of bringing our first fruits to the temple, to the Beis Mikdash, and the idea of the centrality of recognizing all the good that God has given us and being grateful. Yes, gratitude is central to everything that we are. Matter of fact, the beginning of the Parsha starts with gratitude. That when a person has their first fruits, they come up to Jerusalem, and they make an incredible statement. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it says, "You have to be happy with all the good that God has given you and your family, and you have to express that joy. That's part of the mitzvah, it's part of the commandment of bringing your first fruits." And then later in the Parsha, towards the end, there are all these horrible, terrible things, curses that can happen to the Jewish people. We talked about this last year, those of you who remember. And towards the end of those curses, it says, what is it you did wrong? Because you didn't serve Hashem with joy and goodness of heart. Because we didn't serve Hashem with joy, we deserve terrible, negative, terrible, horrible things happening to us. And at the beginning of the Parsha, we bring our first fruits and we're joyful. Because if you think about it, there's an old saying. It's gratitude will improve your attitude. If a person is grateful for everything they have, so then what they don't have doesn't hurt so much. And they have a recognition and a way of coming closer to Hashem through good times and times that are seemingly not good. And this is what brings us closer to Hashem. We're coming into the season of Tshuva. Actually, we're in the middle of Elul now. Literally right in the middle of Elul. We're in the season of Tshuva, of coming close to Hashem. We're about to, in 2 more weeks, it's going to be Rosh Hashanah, where we recognize the dominion, the absolute rulership of God over the world. What's the first way of recognizing someone's dominion? Is to realize what they've done for you. And in this case, realizing what Hashem has done for us is every single moment, every single breath, everything that we have. I want to tell you a story that just happened over the last couple of weeks. There is a very special woman in one of my facilities who, this past summer, she went to the hospital to have something checked in her leg, an infection that wasn't getting better. And she had hoped and davened and prayed that all they would have to do is clean out the infection and put her on medication. And when she got to the hospital and they checked her leg, they said, it has to be amputated. And she texted me, not bemoaning the fact that her leg has to be amputated, but just happy over the fact that it's going to be amputated below the knee, and they'll be able to give her a prosthesis, an artificial leg. Then days later, she texted me, it's going to be above the leg, above the knee, which means she's not going to get the prosthesis. The surgery was done, and I visited her in the hospital, and she was grateful that everything's going to be okay now. A few days later, she went back to the facility that she was in, the home, and I got a text from her the very next day. I'm back in the hospital. The infection's not going away. And then she texted me something that brought tears to my eyes. She said, when I went back into the hospital, my children brought everything I needed, but they forgot that prayer of thanks that you gave us one time. I really need it. They couldn't, not that they forgot it, they couldn't find it. It's a little small piece of cardboard. It was a prayer that, I don't know who wrote it, but it was translated by Rabbi Lazer Brody. And this is what bothered her. When she was going back, she was told that the rest of her leg had to be amputated, whatever was left, all the way up to the hip. And this is what she wanted near her bedside so she could say it every day. I want to read it to you. Thank you, Hashem, King of kings and Master of the world. Thank you for the infinite times that you helped me, supported me, rescued me, encouraged me, cured me, guarded over me, and made me happy. Thank you for always being with me. Thank you for giving me the strength to observe your commandments, to do good deeds and pray. Thank you for all the times you helped me and I didn't know how to say thank you. Thank you for all the loving kindness you do for me each and every moment. Thank you for every breath that I breathe. Thank you, Hashem, for all the things that I do have. And thank you, Hashem, even for the things that I don't have. Thank you for my periodic difficulties, my occasional setbacks, and for the times when I don't feel happy, because everything is for my ultimate benefit. Even if I don't see it even if I don't see that it's always for the best. Deep in my heart, I know that everything comes from you. And that is the best for me and designed especially for me in precision and exacting divine providence, of which only the King of Kings is capable. Thank you for the periodic times that are difficult for me, for only that way they enable me to fully appreciate the good times. For only after being in darkness can one appreciate the light. Thank you for the wonderful life you have given me. Thank you for every little thing that I have. For everything comes from you and from no one else. Thank you for always listening to my prayers. Creator of the world, I apologize from the bottom of my heart for all the times that I didn't appreciate what you gave me. And instead of thanking you, I only complained. I am dust and ashes, and you are the entire universe. Please don't ever cast me away. Coming from a woman that was disappointed when she got to the hospital, knowing that she needed an amputation, was hopeful it would come off only up to the knee, then found out it was past the knee, was happy that that's all it was, and had to go back to the hospital and was told everything's going to be removed. This is what she wanted to say. But then, thankfully, with tremendous joy, she texted me, "Thank you for your prayers, Rabbi. The doctor told me that they don't have to remove anything else, and I'm going to just have to be cleaned out and put on staying on heavy antibiotics, and it's going to be fine." So many people I see all the time complain and look at the negative and always look for reasons to be unhappy. But then you meet people like this woman who is grateful for everything she has, even when it's being taken away. Adam Arishon wrote a song about Shabbos and was rewritten by King David HaMelech. Mizmor Shel Yom HaShabbos. Tov lahodos laHashem u'lezameh l'shimcha alyon. Lahagi baboker chastecha ve'amunascha b'leilos. A song about Shabbos. It is good to give praise to Hashem and to sing to His high name. Lahagid baboker chastecha. To talk about His kindness in the morning, ve'amunascha, and the faithfulness in the evening. What does that mean? That instead of complaining, when things are good, focus on the good. And baleilos, when things are scary, when things are dark, focus on the faith. Realize that Hashem doesn't do anything unless it's for the ultimate good. Shabbos.